Magnificent Glenunga Oval. My name is Vince Cosme, joined here by Adam Jeffries. We're here for the Adelaide Footy League Division 1 game between Glenunga and Goodwood today. Looking forward to this game. Magnificent day here, winter's day here in Adelaide. Just a few puffy clouds around the ground, bathed in sunshine. Adam, looking forward to this game.
It's nice to be here with some sunshine, Vince. We were here 3 weeks ago, weren't we? And It was atrociously cold. How you going, mate? Good. But yeah, it should be a cracking game. Obviously, everyone will tip Glenunga to win, but Goodwood are always capable of an upset. We saw that with the draw against PAC. They've still plenty of talent in their team, but Glenunga, I don't think they've lost at home this year, have they? So, it'll be an interesting contest. For Goodwood, it's all about where can they find some goal scorers from. We'll elaborate on that soon. Yeah,
so just in these two teams, Glenunga sitting second on the ladder, 1 point behind Prince Alfred after they had that draw against Goodwood today. And the Saints sitting in 8th spot at the moment. Also, obviously, with odd points, given they had the draw against Prince Alfred a few weeks ago. So the home side here won their opening 6 games of the season. They then had a couple of narrow losses in round 7 and 8 to Port District and Prince Alfred, which is part of the group of teams that have sort of broken away in the top 4. They regained some form with a 15-point win over Sacred Heart in round 9 and have since gone on to win their last 4 matches. So they win today and they've equalled their start to the season by winning another 6 in a row. So as for the visitors today, had a good opening game against Sacred Heart, which they won, but then lost their next 5, which put them in a little bit of danger. They then went 2-2 before that incredible draw they had in round 11 against Prince Alfred, where they kicked 4-3 to Prince Alfred's 2-15, if you don't mind. And they've since split their games with a loss to Brighton away and a good win last week against Tea Tree Gully, which sees them sitting in 8th spot. Now, I've done a little bit of a ladder predictor. Let's talk about now the top.
Dangerous to do that.
The top 4 sides have broken away, but let's look at this race for 5th spot.
Race for 5th, yes.
Let's look at the race for 5th spot. The incumbent at the moment is Tea Tree Gully. They're on 7 wins. We got Brighton and Broadview. 6 wins, Tea Tree Gully. Brighton and Broadview on 5 wins. Good on 4.5 wins. Now, they're not out of the equation here. Goodwood. They've got today. Yes, they've got Iggy's and St. Peter's in the next 2 weeks. The bottom 2 sides, but they need a scalp. They either need a scalp today or a win at home against Port District in round 17. And if that's the case, given what could be expected from some of the other teams, Broadview also have to play St. Peter's and Iggy's. That last game against Broadview away at Broadview could determine which of either of those teams actually getting into 5th spot, given Tea Tree Gully's got a little bit tougher run home. And so have Brighton. Brighton's got quite a tough run home as well. On the other side of the equation, there's actually a chance that Glenunga win today, and they'll go top. Obviously, we've got First playing 3rd today, and if Sacred Heart can spring, it wouldn't be too much of an upset at Part 9. They're having a very, very good season themselves. That will see Glenunga with a win today go to the top of the ladder. So look at what Glenunga's got to come. Well, they obviously got the game against Broadview away next week, and then they finish with Port District at home, Prince Alfred at home, and Sacred Heart away. So yep, they're entrenched, but those last 3 games not only going to be a great fillip for them to go into the finals, but also they'll provide them with the opportunity to actually get some really good results and a leg up on those same teams they expect to see later in the year.
Yeah, the ladder's certainly in 3 little pockets, isn't it? You've got the top 4, you've got the next 4, and then you've got the bottom 2 teams who already know they're probably going to be relegated if they can find 4 or 5 wins in the last few games. So Goodwood are in the pack. I know they're a game behind some. Like I said, they do have 2 very winnable games coming up. Spock home is a much different proposition for them than when they lost to them away earlier in the season. But like I said, the game today, or the Port District's game,
need a scout.
They need a scout. Today, like I said, Goodwood are more than capable. They are a little bit depleted today. We do note that Favretto isn't out, which does hurt, but at the same time, Goodwood don't rely on one player. Favretto doesn't get 50 touches and they win. He's a great player, but they can cover his loss. Goodwood have the best B grade in the competition. It's a soldier down, a soldier in. So their lineup is still quite strong. Yeah, it all depends for Goodwood who's going to hit the goal sheet, and I know they haven't had a lot of goal scorers this year, Vince.
Yeah, well, you're right there. You're right there too. Obviously, Koch is a big out for them as well. But Josh Goodwood and Connor Fairley both coming in very, very serviceable players and important players for them at this level. And you're right with the situation with Goodwood. We're not quite sure where their goals are going to come from. You've got Glenunga with Prosser 22, Davis after his 10 goals recently has moved to 21. McMahon not playing today, but on 18. Bennett on 16, Bayun on 13, Schwartz on 11, all in double figures. Now there's 5 goal kickers there that have kicked more goals than Ryan Dykesman, who is Goodwood's leading goal kicker with 12, and the only other one in double figures is Jay Cleland on 10. So it's got to be a little bit of a concern for them about where their goals are going to come from, and it just seems for me that there's so many more options in the Goodwood lineup.
So the things to look out for today as well.
The Glenunga lineup.
Gloss over. McMahon's a big out as well. He plays an attacking wing role where everyone thinks he's a forward, he's a goal scorer, but he plays wing and forward and gets on his own. And where does Abe Davis play? We can see what teams are going into position now, and Davis is going into the middle of the ground. No doubt we'll see more of him in the forward line than what potentially we've seen in the last few weeks. So look out for that. Cleland has shown probably he's been the best of the Goodwood tools this season, capable of kicking a few goals and solid in the ruck as well. So it's going to be an intriguing contest. It looks like Goodwood are going down the hill, so can they get an ascendancy early? It's a very still day here as well, which is fantastic.
Yeah, so no real breeze to speak of at the moment. As we said, just some light puffy clouds. Our broadcast today brought to you by Dartfish and Sports Interactive. This game brought to you by BuddyBet for the Adelaide Footy League. Umpire holds the ball aloft and we're about to get underway. So up it goes.
Dominant tap by Heitman there in the ruck.
So first call forward goes to Goodwood. Big fly, no mark taken.
Might be his debut game almost. Young Luke Heitman starting the ruck. That was a dominant hit to advantage.
Good start for them against Wonky, one of the premier ruckmen in the competition. So tackle being applied there by Davis. That ball's going nowhere, but bright start here early in the opening minute for the Saints. Up it goes. Tap beautifully down to Davis. His kick hacks it out, gets it back out to centre wing. And no players behind this ball, actually. Interesting. Luders gets the handball out. Ball comes towards forward now to Ellis. Ellis's handball. Oh, it's just dropped there by Jacob Heitman. Had the opportunity, and now they set upon. Ellis goes in to give him a bit of a hand. Looks like he might actually get the free kick here. He will. So Mason Ellis, opportunity to put the ball deep inside forward 50 here for Goodwood. Good bright start for the Saints. Decides to switch it up. That could be dangerous. Oh, Bilby's there. Couldn't quite take it. Picked up by Lynch. His handball goes to the middle. Plenty of players behind the ball here for the Saints. Quick kick forward by Luders. And now it's hacked forward into Glenunga's forward line. But Whitelock there is the goalkeeper. Takes it. Lovely looking left to get the ball there through to Skara. So
great start by Lou Whitlock at fullback.
Skara's kick towards half forward. Big fly at the front by Cleland. Couldn't quite take the mark. Kick forward by Sam Wonky. Gets the ball back towards centre wing. Oh, fantastic spoil there by Link. Off the Lincoln Bennett kick. The ball's gone out of bounds right in front of us here on the western side centre wing. And good start by the Saints.
Yeah, they've had all the play. Some good pressure though, not allowing Goodwood. You can see that by that squaring kick by Mason Ellis. They want to go through the corridor if they can today, Goodwood.
That centre bounce allowed to hit the ground. Charlie Pridham's handball. A little bit off that. Luke Heitman goes in. Now ball's in the centre square. About 4 or 5 players around it and on top of it. So no choice for the man in lime green to ball it up here just to the just to the left of the centre wicket area. So tied in the clinches again. Tackle applied this time by Aaron Serene. Umpire will come in again.
Brahma not happy with their setup around the stoppage there, getting into his midfielders. Maybe a bit of a lazy start for Glenunga
Big
those
punch
far.
by Sam Parsons over the top, third man up. First one towards it's Lincoln Bennett that's knocked forward. Serene and Bilby. Bilby applies to tackle. Serene held up. Did he have an opportunity there? Umpire says no, and ball inside Glenunga's forward 50 for the first time in earnest here. This will be the first stoppage, which is on the right half forward flank. High kick not going far. Whitelock and Bennett there. Ball's punched over the boundary line, 30 metres around from the Glenunga goal.
Yeah, a lot of pressure and a lot of clean football so far in this game, which is to be expected early in Division 1 games. Who's going to be the first to crack and drop the pressure?
So first real opportunity in earnest here for the Rams. Lovely high boundary throw-in, if I might say. Oh, it's taken out by Mitchell. Mitchell's quick kick, he gets it over there. It might have gone. Just have to check who
Goodwood
that
saying
actually was.
touched. No, it's a goal.
No, goal's been kicked. You just have to see who Mitchell got that down to.
Not sure who they're celebrating with there. It was a fantastic forward line ruck tap though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, absolutely.
So you can see young Luke Heitman for Goodwood. He's going to be dominant at the centre bounce, but the Mitchell and Wonky are dominant around the ground. They know how to protect the drop zone and provide first use. Goodwood will be disappointed, had all the play, and that's the story of their season. Glenunga go inside 50 for the first time and score.
So well done to the Rams. That's the opening goal. 4 minutes in. But the ball off of that stoppage is heading Goodwood's way again, so it's probably two clearances to them, picked up there by Heitman. Kick comes inside forward 50, but it's going to be all the Rams. And easy marks taken there, uncontested. Ball out towards centre wing, kick a little bit misdirected, and Charlie Pridham's got it. He decides to go out to the far side of the ground. Plenty of Glenunga players there. It allows them to bring the ball back inside centre wing. This time their efforts are a bit more successful. Kick to go over the top here from Wiseman. Oh, he falls over. So Serene, the only one left standing, takes the bounce and brings the ball out towards the broadcast side. So good one-on-one. Can't quite take the mark there. Ellis might get the free kick, does. Oh. And ball not passed back, so that'll be 25 immediately.
One of the oldest rules in football, you must hand the ball back to the player with a free kick. So
Thomas Boyle ran across the mark there, nearly gave away another 25. Not quite spotted all, big fly at the back. That might have been by Wonky. In defence, Glenunga under severe pressure here early. That handball is smothered.
So it's interesting watching Vince at the moment. Glenunga are actually struggling in the contest and around the ground, but the defence is so good. 5 entries for Goodwood, no score thus far. This is why they can be a good team when they're down. They can still hold teams. Anderson with the mark in the pocket. The veteran Tom Anderson, who's been a great goal scorer for Goodwood, kicked 4 on this ground last year in a win for Goodwood Saints.
Runs around. Anderson is going to go right across the face. And mark there has been taken in the Glenunga deep in defence. It might have been Wonky there. Yep. His kick's just overcooked. His teammate on the wing might have been Sam Parsons, but handball comes out. Plenty of numbers here. Pridham again on the left. Ball towards centre half forward. Big pack's going to fly. Looked like Cleland at the front. Couldn't quite take the mark. Plenty of support for the Rams in defence. The ball comes out. Bilby's going to get this one. Does he get a kind bounce? He does. Handball's in front. He's going to chase it up and follow it up. Picks it up on the second attempt. Goes with the kick. It's a good kick. Well played there. Thomas Bilby goes to Boyun. His kick goes further forward. And the mark has been taken in the pocket. And this is what they can do to you, the Rams. They're such a clinical and ruthless side with the ball.
This is the story again of Goodwood's season. Like I said, dominating 6 inside 50s to 3. Just can't find an avenue to goal. Great fast break there from Glenunga. Might be young Matchett with the shot
So
from the pocket.
Matchett with the shot. Looks like, geez, that's a good kick. If he's kicked it from there, he has, from deep in the pocket. So Jack Matchett, one of the 2 ins this week, along with Gabriel Lagana, and of course, as you mentioned, Michael McMahon and Josh Henke out. But well done there to Jack Matchett, who has kicked his first goal of the day, and it's 2 straight to zip so far. No, and Goodwood probably a little bit unlucky.
Goodwood have had 2 centre break clearances. They've had 6 inside 50s to 3, and they trail on the scoreboard 2-0. So, this is what Glenunga can do. They're under the pump, not playing so well, but defend well. Defend. Goodwood bombing the ball inside 50, unable to take a mark. Down the other end she goes. Great set shot from the pocket.
So Wunky up high this time, gets it down nicely to Davis. And now Goodwood with the opportunity to go forward. That's Lagana's kick towards half forward. Ball's allowed to bounce. Bilby there again, this time applying the tackle on Lynch. Scrubbly kick comes out towards centre wing. That one could end up over the boundary line. It does. Schwartz taking it over the boundary line. Been a good player this year, Schwartz, one of their more consistent performers.
Nick Wunky's a smart player. He realises he can't body Heitman, and he really jumped early on that last occasion. Rana in the ruck now. I will see if Nick Wunky can monster him, grab the footy and try and kick it forward. That's what he'll try.
Rana takes front spot, gets 2 hands to it. Nice tap down to Heitman. Good spoil there by Davis. Takes the ball over the boundary line. Right in front of us here again. We're getting lots of play here.
It's nice actually, Vince, isn't it? She's always on the far side.
Beautiful to call all this play on the western side. Long may it continue for the rest of the game. Right in front of us here. Up they go again. Third man up there was Scarrett. Handball over to Goodwin. Goodwin's kick inside forward 50. Dangerous position again. Off hands. Glenunga with numbers again. They plenty of numbers in defence. They're under pressure though. Michael Annie, can he pick it up? Has a second go at it. Can't quite pick it up. Oh, ends up here with Ellis. Ellis goes deep towards the forward 50. Now it's with Dykesman. Dykesman's kick is just to the near side, but that's the opening score to the Saints, and they trail 12-1. Ball moved out quickly. Pridham's there. He's going to be tackled. Did he have the ball, Pridham? No, he didn't.
8th inside 50 for Goodwood coming up.
He goes short. Oh, just slipping over there. It might have been Holzbauer.
Good to have Holzbauer back. He missed a fair chunk of football this season, Benny Holzbauer, the Goodwood Saints captain, so great to see him back out there.
His kick is going to go to the hot spot, about 20 out. Big pack's going to fly Cleland from about 3 deep, but caught behind. And relieving mark has been taken by, might have been Wunky there again.
They're so good in the air down back, Glenunga.
Sam Parsons, my apologies to Sam. Taking the mark there. Ball out on the outer side, up towards almost centre wing. Umpire is going to ball it in. Bright start to the game, bright day. 2 goals to the home side. Just a solitary behind to the visitors so far, but not through lack of effort. They've had an impressive start. Well, that ball actually hit Nick Wunky on the scon for a Falcon there, and a free kick has actually been paid. Looks like that might go to Rana. So
Nick Wunky's very aggressive in the ruck work. His opponent falls down and gets the free
Rana
kick.
sees something he likes, goes out towards Johnson. Couldn't quite take it, only had the one hand up. That might have ended up out on the full, it has. Quick kick in, dangerous. Couldn't quite find Bilby. But they managed to get the ball out, and Bayun takes the mark. The centre half back decides to come out towards the boundary side. They've got 2 players out there. They might both be beaten by it. Michael Annie now misses with the handball. Now Goodwood are going to set upon Zach Smith here.
Umpire's crouching.
Yes, and he's going to pay holding the ball. Well, it looks like Zach Smith's at the bottom of that pack, but it's actually Glenunga that have come up with the free kick. Wow, okay. Good running there. Looks like Lagana. Lagana goes short. Over there to Wiseman, gets the handball on. Under pressure, Schwartz. Handball's over his head. Wilby tries to beat a couple, eventually has to give the ball away. They're still handballing in the middle here. That looks like that kick could be a bit lucky, and in front it is Lincoln Bennett. And Lincoln Bennett's got so a little luck's a fortune there for for the Rams, but they persisted and managed to keep the ball inside forward 50, keep it moving, and eventually the quick kick ended up with Lincoln Bennett.
Glenunga don't like to overhandball as a rule. You could even hear their coach there lambasting that inside 50 entry, but it ended up with a fortuitous kick to the top of the square.
So Bennett right out in front, goes straight over the umpire's hat, and that's 3. 3 now for the Rams. They're off to a very, very solid start, and the visitors just stuck on that solitary behind.
Glenunga look very good on the counter-attack, don't they? So this game so far, Goodwood have had 9 inside 50s to Glenunga's 4. But from those 4 entries, Glenunga twice have been able to score a goal from their back 50 with the slingshot style of football. But that's all right. If Goodwood can find a mark and clunk it in and keep it in their forward half, this game can still turn quickly, but they need the next goal.
So 18-1 here early. Chance for the home side here to go top of the ladder tonight, depending on the result between Sacred Heart and Prince Alfred. We will endeavour to get you some score updates throughout the day. Other games today, Old Ignatians at home to St Peter's, Brighton playing Port District, and Tea Tree Gully Broadview. Gee, what an important game that is in the shape for 5th spot. Once again, another clearance. Michael Annie going back. Yeah, good courage there, takes the mark. Handballs quickly off to Smith. Sam Smith, he goes out wide to Byun. It's been busy early, out on centre wing, out of side. Nice long kick up towards centre half forward. Big punch from behind by Aaron Serene. Gets the ball to ground. Pridham might have been held there. But now umpire's going to come in and ball it up. So half forward here again for the Rams. They lead 18-1. And we have gone through 14 and a half minutes here in the first quarter. Abe Davis up taking the ruck on that occasion. Tackle applied by Bilby. Pridham's quick kick goes out back towards centre wing. It's shark there by Zach Smith. High kick, get under that one. Punch comes from behind, straight down to Rana. Rana's quick kick has clean bowled everyone except for Wonky. Wonky at the back. Now goes around the corner. Good kick. And now they've got the opportunity here to bring the ball inside forward 50. Good punch from Luders. Lynch can't quite take it. He's bumped off the ball. High kick now towards the deep spot of the forward line. Last person there is Matchett. And it's punched over the boundary, over the goal line and through for a minor score. So first blemish to the Glenunga Rams score. They go to 3-1 and have an even 3-goal lead at the moment.
Good spoil there again by Lou Whitlock, who's had a really good start to this game.
So nice kick out here looking for Johnson. And Cleland actually comes from behind, takes a mark way up the ground, Jade Cleland. Gives the handball off. Whitelock again. Oh, 3 Glenunga players filing. Sam Smith couldn't quite take it. And he's actually... One of them has stayed down. We'll just pick up who that is. Zach Smith it was. Ball coming out of forward 50. So the Garner's kick. Wonky just straight back on off the boundary. Off the bench. Gets the ball to Harron. Harron's handball forward to Wiseman. Wiseman goes deep. It's over the back of everyone. Bilby's first one there. Takes it. Is he going to snap around on the left? Bilby has kicked a fantastic goal. Thomas Bilby.
Again, Vince.
Goal of the day so far for Thomas Bilby. That we might even see that one feature later in the week. Excellent kick on the non-preferred. And that's their 4th for the first quarter.
Again, Vince, we see the ball go inside 50 for Goodwood Saints. They can't lock the ball in and slingshot goal to an open forward line. We've called Bilby a few times this year and he's a super strong play. He didn't go to tap it. I'll just get the ball in my hands and you can't tackle me. But it was a sensational left foot snap. But yeah, 7 inside 50s, 4 goals, 3 of them on the slingshot from end to end. Goodwood need to try and lock the ball in their front half. They can't take a mark, but then they need a stoppage to put some pressure on, look for some free kicks and repeat entries.
As we said, just such a efficient and ruthless side they are, Glenunga. Up there, the ruckman again. Davis in there bundling, the ball's not coming out of the middle. will have a repeat stoppage. They are just so clinical.
Yeah, they have been to start the game.
Oh, hard tackle on Pridham. Gave the ball up. Kennett's kick doesn't go far. Weissman can't quite get the ball forward. In dispute now. Just for the centre here for the Rams.
Crouching umpire again.
And that, we know that's holding the ball. So Goodwood getting a little bit of relief here.
Whitlock again. Many disposals playing fullback.
So Lou Whitlock, recently a father, missed a game we called a few weeks ago that Goodwood were in because that was an impending birth. Oh, strong tackle applied. Actually, maybe a little bit high. Unlucky there, Heitman. Tackle looked not too bad, but both captains there. Anyway, Harron's handball has ended up with a kick to go one-on-one. Can't quite take the mark, Mitchell. Ball in dispute. First one after it here is going to be Scara. He gets the handball out, and the kick now comes here. Looking for Dykesman. He's out. Done 2-1. Michael Annie can't quite take it. Applies the tackle. Is that going to be hold the ball? No, it's popped out. Tackle now on Dykesman. Good tackle there by Desira. So
Jay, deepest wide and kick away. But only a kick away. Jay, further up.
And let's just stay quiet, hearing all those effects. Lovely to hear in the microphone. You'll be able to catch all that on the vision as well. So
lots of play in front of us today, which is nice. Goodwood trying to get their forward structure right. That's what all the commotion was from the runner before. Trying to get Cleveland in the right spot to be the target from this stoppage.
Heitman and Wonky. Heitman again gets the tap, but it ends up with Schwartz. Schwartz goes on the left to the kick. Bayun, one go at it, couldn't quite take it. Butters up second time, tackled immediately. Umpire thought that was a little bit high. So Thomas Bayun's got the opportunity here, put the ball deep inside 50. He's looking around. Spot something up. He's got the lead. Good kick. Excellent kick. Good lead. But the kick certainly honoured it and made that very, very easy there for Darcy Mitchell.
That's the difference between the two teams, isn't it? Forward entry, lowered his eyes, kick to advantage. Whereas we would have been bombing the ball to their tall forwards who haven't been able to lock the ball in. Great pass.
So Darcy Mitchell. This has been the preferred spot on the ground where most of the goals have been kicked from so far. His kick might have gone a little bit to the narrow side. It has. And it's second, well, it's the actual first blemish off someone's boot. The other point was a minor score. It takes them to 4-2-26. And Goodwood just stuck on that one behind.
It was young Bayun, wasn't it, with that leg inside 50. He's been an impressive little small forward, hasn't he? It's hard work being a small forward in Division 1 football, but he's an impressive player. Nice skills there. And
averaging a goal a game too, so contributing on the scoreboard. May got a little bit of a push out there, Rana, but they've still got the ball here, Goodwood. They've got it up to half forward now. There's an opportunity here for Ellis. Spins around, kicks high. Cleveland has to come from behind to actually spoil. And plenty of Glenunga numbers around the ball there. So that's coming straight back to Mitchell and Luders, the last two players on the ball there at half forward. Everyone else was forward of that. Goodwood this time able to repel, and now the ball's going to be inside their forward 50. Ball's going to bounce. Cleveland gets it on the bounce. Umpire's called that over the line. So a little bit of end-to-end there between the arcs. Ends up inside Goodwood's forward 50. So opportunity here for them to put their first major
13 entries for Goodwood so far, Vince. No
for one
50,
behind.
And you can see Goodwood on that last fast play from the kick out. Glenunga get an extra number back. It was 3 versus 1 Glenunga defenders versus 1 Goodwood Saints forward.
Oh, handball was coming out to Pridham there, but they've given away the free kick.
One of those ruck infringements where nobody really knows.
So Kennett goes short to Schwartz.
Glenunga's so dominant as well, Vince, with Abe Davis barely touching the ball thus far.
He's made a couple of leads. Davis ignored. Ball decides to go long to the outer side. Goodwood players there everywhere. Well, that looked like a mark. Not paid. Umpire must have called off, touched as it centre wing there. So
Heitman didn't complain, but it looked like a clunk from here, didn't it?
It did look like a clunk. But Heitman gets the ball down. Pridham's handball. Actually going backwards at the moment. Tackles applied. Good pressure there from the Rams. We'll have a secondary ball up and centre wing on the outer side.
It is 1-on-1 either side of the football. In fact, Glenunga now
touched, so Bilby lets it go. Kick comes in there from Bennett. Races on. It's going to beat everyone, but touched over the boundary line, right next to the behind post, and the opportunity for Glenunga, looking for their 5th goal.
Little structural change might be Bilby playing more as a forward today. He's been not at the stoppage, but forward of the stoppage quite a bit. Normally they're first in and under, so I like him as a forward. He's such a good one-on-one player. He can cause some damage.
Schwartz takes it out of the ruck. A quick kick. That's gone through the near side again, so another minor score. Peppering away a little bit here, Glenunga. 4-3-27 now to 1 behind.
See if Glenunga can set their zone up a bit quicker. On the last kick out, Goodwood went end to end pretty quickly. But Glenunga, again, so well structured that they get extra numbers back behind the ball. More of a one-on-one than a zone here for Glenunga. See if Goodwood can find a target.
Yep, so Serene was all out by himself for a long time. Whitlock's found him. Anderson provides a lead short. That's ignored. Serene looking around. Now called to play on, has to go high. Cleland's the marking target. Good punch from behind by Wonky. Quick kick, sharked and taken there by Johnson. That's Oliver Johnson. Pridham's out wide in the centre.
This gives Glenunga the chance to get the numbers back though, doesn't it?
Yep, Fairley's got it. Goes short. It's a good kick. Taken there by Jesse Johnson. So this is the important kick inside forward 50. This is the one that's sort of fallen down. And he just decides to pop it up as well. They've got a couple of big ones up there. Again, Cleland caught behind. Mark taken in front once again.
You would never
by
do
the
it.
Glenunga
You would never do it, Vince.
defence.
But Glenunga are so strong in the air down back, aren't they? It's impossible for Goodwood to take a mark. You almost want a scrubby ball to come in and lock it in that way because it's just rebounding far too easily at the moment.
Yeah. Ball eludes all players. Lynch going to be the first one there. No, beats him over the boundary line.
Still amazing to think, Vince, 14 inside 50s to 9 in Goodwood's favour, and you look at the scoreboard. And, you know,
7 scoring, 7 from 9.
Yeah, and Goodwood would be deflated, or people going, oh, what's wrong with Goodwood? They're playing really good football. They just cannot find a goal to get some momentum happening.
Well, good tap down there to Goodwin. Pridham gives the ball over to Dykesman. He's got absolutely nowhere to go there. And if you're tackled by Abe Davis, you're not going to come out of that well. So Davis's kick, looking for Mitchell. Maybe being held a little bit. Yeah, he's calling to the umpire. Maybe held a little bit by Whitlock, but
Last touch.
Last touch it will be. So smart play from the veteran there.
I'm very animated today, despite his team's dominance on the scoreboard. Not happy with some of the things his team's doing.
Big Pack Forms comes to the front.
That's good coaching though, Vince. Yeah. The scoreboard's a scoreboard, but there's a game style that he wants to be adhered to, whether you're 4 goals up or 4 goals down. So he's making sure that their habits are strong leading into the finals, even when you're this far up early in the game.
Well, it's an opportunity potentially for them to work on a couple of things. They've started well, but playing the other 3 top sides in the 4, the last 3 games, they need to be on top of their game leading into that patch. And before the finals.
And this is exactly why Nathan Grimer's up and about today, because he knows the challenge is coming, so he wants his team to stay disciplined, stick to their game plan.
30 seconds to go.
Well, you heard that from the Glenunga coach. Not sure whether the captain Alex Harron's going to get back on here. Ball over the other side of the ground.
Crouching umpire again. Last entry, Goodwood will not want to concede a late goal here.
Yeah. They're calling for the kick to go deep and long. That's what it does. Pack's going to form. And good mark taken. Excellent mark. So it's going to be an option here, possibly after the siren.
That ball carried a bit over the pack. I wonder if it's a little bit windier out there, Vince, because there was a pack formed and it just carried another 5 metres, got to a one-on-one.
So Jack Matchett into the side this week. Going to be looking for his second in the opening quarter. Shouldn't miss. Doesn't miss. That's 5 for the Rams in the opening quarter. And they've had a dominant start to this game. 5-3-30 3 on the Sportal scoreboard to the solitary behind for the visitors, the Goodwood Saints. So, very, very efficient in their 8 scoring shots from not many more inside
Only
40
11
50s.
entries,
Yeah,
Vince,
11 entries. So very, very efficient today, and well done to the Rams. They've got a comfortable lead at quarter time. We've got 3 quarters to go here. We're going to go to a short break, and we'll come back with the second quarter very, very shortly.
Mic on or off?
So welcome back here to Glenunga, and the home side here comfortably in front, 5-3, 33 to 1 behind. So second quarter starts, up it goes. 2 goals to match it, 2 goals to Bilby, and 8 scoring shots from 11 inside forward 50s, Adam.
Goodwood need to keep their energy up though, because they're actually playing quite well around the ground. They just can't find an avenue to goal. If they can find one, game's still there.
So looks like Davis actually going up for that ruck now. He applies the tackle. Umpire will come in. We'll have a third stoppage to start.
If I'm Goodwood, I'm pretty happy if Abe Davis jumps third man up. He's so dangerous if he stays on the ground. Let Wonky do his thing, stay on the ground.
Wonky that time did get it down. Still a lot of players around this ball. Handball does eventually come out from Goodwood. Good win, I should say, for Goodwood, and gets the ball to half forward. Handball there to Scara. He's tackled well by Zach Smith. No call from the umpire. Much to the dismay to those on our left. Eventually, Zach Smith takes it out.
We can beep that out later, Vince.
And umpire will come in and throw it in. Boundary umpire. Oh, that's got a bit to the side. But it's gone to Goodwood's advantage. They're inside forward 50. Race is on. Glenunga. Handball didn't quite hit Sam Smith. He's tackled immediately. Ball up. Heitman gets it down. Davis applies the tackle. Does pop out. Can't quite take it. Jacob Heitman that time. And so quick kick forward by Lincoln Bennett. Right in the middle. Chases on. Bilby goes off the ground. Second go at it. Bilby Lynch. Ends up with Lynch's handball to Serene. Serene decides to go to the wing. His handball's good too. 1-2 now with Pridham. Oh, he's just dropped it there, Ryan Gray. And has eventually ended up over the boundary line and will be a boundary throw in true centre wing on the outer side. They're trying to move the ball, Goodwood. Just some errors in possession.
Structures are what's keeping him at bay. When you can hear, obviously, potentially in your effects, Mike, Nathan Grimer very animated today. You think he knows that Goodwood are on top in general play. And he's trying to get his team to crack in a little bit harder and stick to their structures.
So Wonky with the tap down there. Umpire picks out a free kick going Goodwood's way. So a chance to relieve here from between wing and half-back.
This happens a lot to Nick Wonky in the ruck. He's so strong, and sometimes he gets penalised for his strength in protecting the drop zone. Where for mine, it's play on.
Has made a good lead and done well. Oh, gives Pridham. He's not going anywhere. Has to force it back. This time Luders can't now. He's given it up. Bilby in there. It's going to be tackled heavily by Mason Ellis. Wow. Some strong bodies in there in the middle of the ground.
They're the areas that Goodwood don't need as well. I know you want to play on quickly, but into the mud, a lot of pressure around the ball. Luders is good enough to get back and kick that ball inside 50.
Quick kick comes out of there by Makelani, but Serene, off he goes. Goes wide, looking for Dykesman. Got one hand to it, trying to butter up again. Does well. Picks it up. Now he's going to be tackled. Does get the handball out. Serene again. Now the ball's in deep. There's two Goodwood players at the back here. Is that going to be? It's got to be a mark, if not a free kick to Ellis. Umpire's called play on, and they have kicked the goal.
No advantage.
No advantage played. Well, I thought if it was a goal, surely it must be advantage. You must have paid the mark then, not the free kick. So that means Mason Ellis will have to go back and have his shot.
He's a steady kicker goal, Mason Ellis. He'll put this through. And he's been really good for Goodwood so far, getting the ball at stoppage, resting forward rather than coming off the ground. A bit like Bilby for Glenunga. He's a dangerous one-on-one player, Mason Ellis, underrated player in this competition.
Multiple substitutions for both sides right in front of us here while we wait for Mason Ellis. Comes in, 10 metres out, no angle, opening goal for the Saints, well deserved.
It's good for the game, that goal. Good, like I said, we keep harping on it, but Goodwood are actually playing really good football. They're dominant around the ground. They're winning the ball inside 50 more than Glenunga are, and they just needed a first goal of this quarter to keep their energy up. You know, it's sapping when you dominate, get the ball inside 50 and never score. So that goal to Ellis will give Goodwood a little bit of momentum. Can they get a centre clearance now? Young Rana in the ruck. I preferred Heitman in the ruck. I think he's been a much stronger presence than Rana. Be interested to see how Rana can go here against a strong opponent in Wonky.
So well done to the Saints. That's their opening goal. 1-1-7, trailing the Rams on 5-3-33. Up they go. Both ruckmen go up. Neither of them get that. Trying to tap it there. Forward was Davis. Ended up with Harron. He goes around the body. Oh, strong tackle applied there on Aaron Serene. He's been very, very busy. Liked his game today.
I agree. He's been very good. Playing in a back pocket almost, but lots of run and dash.
Wonky down. Harron couldn't quite shark it off the tap there. Good tackle applied by Tom Anderson. Umpire will come in for a third stoppage here. Rana that time does get it down. Anderson couldn't quite take it. His players there, Serene does get a quick handball out. Now it ends up with Johnson. Johnson to Holzbauer. His handball gets it back in the 1-2, tackled, but does get it forward again. First one there will be Zach Smith though. To Michael Annie, turns around on the right, goes out towards the wing. Good kick, well weighted. Fletcher Wiseman's got it, wastes no time. Gets the ball forward. Looks like Tom Boyun out there. His kick's going to go in 50. Where are the big marking targets? There's one at the front there. Mitchell couldn't quite take it. Ball at the back there. Ollie Johnson gets the handball out. Pridham to Holzbauer. Over to Lynch. Umpire spotted a free kick after the disposal, so it'll just come back.
Thought Goodwood were away there as well.
Yeah, maybe could have played a bit of advantage.
And he's given a free kick behind the ball, which is interesting. So we might have a card here.
That may be the reason. We might have a indiscretion. We do.
Obviously, we don't have a replay here, but I believe after he disposed of it, copped a little bit of afters, we'll call it.
Yes. So that might still be in camera view. So we'll see what's happened there. But and a 25 paid to Holzbauer. March Mitchell coming off the ground. We'll have a little bit of a spell. Holzbauer's kick goes into the middle. Mason Ellis, great tap to Dykesman. Dykesman's kick inside forward 50 and a good mark taken. Great play there from the Saints. Anderson's got it. And a chance now for their second. We can say they're going to the scoring end.
Yeah, it hasn't been a goal to the left thus far, so maybe there's a bit of a breeze out there. Tom Anderson's a wily veteran, 4 goals on this ground last year, great goal scorer. He'll put this through, and Goodwood are up and about. 4 inside 50s to 1 this quarter. They're dominant.
So in comes Anderson directly in front, probably kicking from about 30. Kick looks good. It is good. That's 2. 2 in the quarter to the Saints. And that margin now has been cut to 20 points.
Yeah, interesting. Goodwood able to go into it. We had the free kick paid in the send-off for the afters behind the ball. It looked like Mitchell was going to swallow a mark, kick a goal. Didn't. Free kick against. Goodwood go end-to-end. Was it Mason Ellis with the clever tap on
fantastic tap
to Dykesman? And what that gave is Dykesman, he had time to look sideways and see Tom Anderson on his own. Ando does not miss from 35 out.
So some reward for effort finally in the second quarter for the Saints, who have plenty of the ball and plenty of opportunity and starting to get a little bit of reward. Up they go again. Rana at the second attempt, good. Down the Ridgewell. Might get a free kick there. I think he will. He does. Goes wide. Punch from behind there by Sam Smith. Michael Annie can't quite take it. Can there, Tully Kennett. Kick smothered. Goodwood up and about here. Tackle's going to be applied right on the intersection of the forward 50 for them and the boundary line.
Another crouching umpire there, Vince, holding the ball.
It's always a sign. So Tom Makelani here just decides to pop it up towards wing, outer side. Up they go. Man in front is the ruckman Wonky. Good strong mark. Nice looking kick, goes up. It's just over the top there of Matchett. Tackle applied Goodwood with the opportunity. Good tackle by Lynch. And umpire's picked out a relieving free kick. That might actually go to Lynch, does it? Yes, it does. And chance here for... It decides to go back across. Short kick there to Fairley. Don't know if they've really gained anything there, but...
You only want to take that switch ball that Fairley can go. It's just hem them in.
Going to have to now go long towards the outer side. Looking for Ruckman Rana. Can't quite take it. Butted up well by Scara. His handball, though, smothered. No, is it last touch? It is.
No. We've gone from all the play in front of us, Vince, to all the play on the far side. The captain for Glenunga struggling to get back on the ground when the ball's far away.
Maybe I think it's him at all since that last minute of the first quarter. He's still trying to get on the ground. Kick comes in. Davis is there. Takes the mark. So Abe Davis' opportunity here to kick one. That'll leave him only with maybe 9 to match his effort from not long ago. But
it's been quiet. Davis in the match so far. Goodwood have been on him around the stoppages. And a clever kick. It wasn't a high ball up the chimney that's easy to spoil. It was a lower trajectory ball. Very difficult for the Goodwood players to spoil that.
So 11 minutes in, and first opportunity in earnest for the Rams to score in this quarter, in fact. They're stuck on 5-3. They are not stuck on 5-3 anymore. That's a beautiful kick from Davis. That's their first goal of the second quarter. It takes them to 6-3-39, leading the visitors 2-1-13.
And straight off for a well-earned breather after that nice shot for goal from Davis. Like I said, he had been quiet though, but now they've got fresh legs, and Harron and Bilby running in for this centre bounce. Yeah, they needed that, Glenunga, to be honest. I thought, like I said, Goodwood Saints have been all over them in this quarter thus far. Glenunga over handballing a little bit, which is uncharacteristic of them. They do like to have a low handball count, get the ball quickly into their forward line. But that's a testament to Goodwood's pressure. Big centre bounce coming up here. Luke Heitman back in the ruck, who I think is a better option against Nick Wunke.
Ball allowed to bounce. Actually, Harron now applying the tackle with Wunke. Up it goes again. Third man up there actually was Bo Schwartz, got the tap down. Glenunga now with the opportunity through Bilby. Gets the kick forward by Uns there, can't quite take it. Tackle applied well by Scara. The ball's not coming out. The umpire will come in, but they have moved it to between wing and half forward here. The Rams. Now the quick kick comes in. Might have been from Harron. In front, good mark taken. Not much there Lynn Bennett could do from behind. Ball did drop a little bit short. Oh no, it's not paid. Not paid the mark. It certainly looked like it was a mark. Did hit the ground, thank you.
Bump ball.
Just from behind. Bilby's just upped off it. Michael Annie, first one there by Un's going to beat everyone, and will be a relieving free kick here to
just setting the last
Sam
2 minutes here.
Yeah, they have.
Just centre clearance, locking the ball in their front half.
So Wunke's kick goes towards the outer side. Oh, big fly from behind there by Prosser. Couldn't quite take the mark. Under pressure here, the Saints. Can they get it out? We'll get it out of bounds there through the hands of Aaron Serene. But it will be a boundary throw-in. So yeah, pressing here the Rams. It took 11 minutes for their first goal of the quarter, and opportunity here for quick back-to-back goals, which will even up the score in the second quarter so far. So up it goes. Heitman gets a tap down. Good tap. Kick forward there, I think, by Jacob Heitman, looking for the ruckman in Rana. Gets it on the bounce. All players are actually on the left of screen ahead of this ball. Michael Annie does well. Gets it back up towards half forward, and good lead out there by Matchett. Been really impressed with his game coming into the side this week. He goes long and strong. Was looking there for Prosser, but beautiful spoil there by Heitman.
I reckon that came off the side of the boot a little bit. He did not want that ball so deep in the pocket. The Glenunga full forward had an advantage side, but good spoil in the end. But like I said, Glenunga just steadied, haven't they? Stronger behind the ball, getting some repeat entries now.
So dangerous position here again with this boundary throw in. Well, Matchett takes it out of snaps. Is it going to stay in play? It is, but mark will be taken there, I think, by Heitman. It is again, been very prominent in defence the last few minutes.
Glenunga just teasing them to see if they want to switch, but forcing them up the line.
I spotted that too, but they left that one there, but good mark taken there by Wunke.
He's been very good again, Wunke, today.
Spots the kick up, a little bit of a push in the back, but good spoil by Luders. Ball comes out now to Fairley. They kick off the side of the boot. Is that going to be last touch paid?
To Glenunga.
Yeah, it will be.
They've had the last 5 inside 50s,
Might
Glenunga.
be Schwartz here with the ball. So, tough shot there.
he'll look to lay this to the top of the square.
It's almost in the playground way out there. But does decide to pop it up. Good call. Pack forms match it. Oh, it's sharks there by Wiseman. Couldn't. Kick was smothered. Ball's bobbling around here, about 40 out from goal. Tackle applied there by, is it Schwartz is going to end up with it?
Yeah, that was stiff. It was a great tackle, but not a lot of prior opportunity. Perhaps a ball up there.
It is. So, Bo Schwartz has got it, and he will have a shot. Should be within range here, probably about 40 out.
Maybe holding the ball is the rule of the week at the umpires meeting, Vince. We've seen a few so far in this
They
game.
have been pretty hot on it. He's lining up. Davis about to come back onto the field. Decides to go short there, looking for Nick Wunke. Just a little bit too much on the kick, and that allows Goodwood the opportunity to clear. But they kick looking for Jesse Johnson, just a little bit ill-directed. And Sam Wunke takes it. Kicks out towards half forward, but that's going to hold up a little bit in the breeze.
So it's hard to feel from here, isn't it, Vince? But it may well be a bit of a breeze going the right of screen. That ball definitely held up, and most of the goal scoring's been done to the right thus far. So they look like, just looking around, they just look like they're hemmed in here. They just sort of find a way out. Maybe a little bit of improvisation. Let's see what happens. Oh, that kick's a little bit short, but a good pick up there by Bennett. So now the kick comes out, looking for Anderson. Couldn't quite take it. Neither could Parsons. Anderson gets it, gets the handball out to Pridham, back to Anderson. Out wide here, Whitlock. Short kick, it's going to be intercepted. No, it won't. Michaelani couldn't quite take the ball. Spills over the boundary line. Very animated here again. Let's have a listen. Goodwood still feel like this game is up for grabs. That was a better switch though, wasn't it? They switched and they played on, and they got the ball out to a one-on-one on the far side. Now they get a stoppage. Much better exit from Goodwood.
Rana goes over the back. Tackle applied by two players here, Johnson and Heitman. And they're going to be rewarded. Jacob Heitman it will be.
Smart from Goodwood there. They got a rough decision before and they were on the umpire then.
He goes to the hot spot just out in front. Umpires pick something out here. What is it?
It's a Goodwood free kick.
It's a Goodwood free kick, it is. It's going to go to Jake Cleland.
We haven't really called Cleland, Rana in this game. Goodwood need these guys to stand up and compete and take the odd mark, win the odd free kick. Cleland's done it on this occasion. Yeah,
he's just been caught. A lot of times we called in the first quarter coming from two or three deep and not leading up to the front of a pack. But he's going to. Oh, umpire's galloping. Well, they called it. But I tell you, that might have just snuck in. Those posts aren't too high. If they were a bit higher, it might have actually hit one. But Cleland's got his goal.
We've called this a few times as well, Vince. When you're the goal scorer on that occasion, you've got to celebrate. So if you celebrate quickly, you give the goal umpire very little out. Glenunga fullback Wunke was adamant that was a miss, but over the post, good enough for a goal. Real good goal there for Goodwood, because Glenunga had 6 or 7 inside 50s in a row. But Goodwood get that goal because they exited the footy with some speed rather than just banging the ball up the line to Glenunga's strength. They're so good up the line, they're so strong in the air down back Glenunga. Goodwood switched, won the footy, kicked the goal.
So back to 20 points. Bayun gets the handball out, stolen by Lynch. Quick kick, Mitchell back on the ground, could be the first one there. Tackled immediately, strongly by Cleland. Umpire is going to come in.
Big fella kicks the goal and he's up and about, crunching tackle.
So entering time on here in the second quarter. And here's an opportunity for Goodwood again. Can they pick the ball up? They can. There's going to be a kick now in towards the forward 50. Big take. It's out of mark. It is. Jesse Johnson. He's taken the mark. Very good work. Good body work. Got his opponent under the ball. Stood strong. Has taken the mark, and an opportunity here for another goal for Goodwood. And they have come out really, really well in this second quarter, looking for their fourth.
no pressure at all from Glenunga around that stoppage. Goodwood were able to fumble, dance around, get the ball inside 50. A little bit too easy for their liking. Amazing turnaround. This is Goodwood's 6th entry for the quarter, looking for their 4th goal. First quarter, 14 entries, 0 goals. Funny game football sometimes.
Johnson's kick is high. Umpire's moving. He's moving. Not moving enough though.
And that one's.
And they've got 4.
No, he's called it a behind.
No, he has called it a behind.
Those short goalposts again, Vince.
There's a lot of people that were happy with that to our right, but one of them wasn't the goal umpire, and it's his decision that matters. So no goal. It's a first behind of the quarter after 21 minutes. The ball's now half back. Good punch down from that pack by Serene. Probably was the smallest player in that pack, but got up high to get the ball down. Umpire will come in, ball it up, sorry. Up it goes. Heitman. Good. Palm down, in towards forward 50. Oh, is that Mark? Is that Jay Cleland again?
Was that Cleland, was it? That was a really good mark. It was a quick clunk. Glenunga claimed they got a spoil on late, but I thought he had a good firm clunk on it. Again, Goodwood out of the stoppage. Not often that Sam Wonke gets outmarked.
So you're right. After kicking that goal, he's up and about. Looking for his second in a 3-minute burst. They like that one. This time the umpire does concur, and they do have their 4th of the quarter.
Yeah, like I said, it's just been... Glenunga were on top for 6 or 7 minutes, repeat entries, but Goodwood's efficiency, 7 inside 50s this quarter for 4 goals. Like I said, it's amazing. I thought they were under the pump for a while, but when you score, when you go in, you put some scoreboard pressure on the opposition. And Glenunga just, a little bit disappointed with how they're going those last 2 stoppages. Goodwood have easily won it, down to one-on-ones. And Cleland, just what his team needed, barely called him, but as a tall forward, all you need is to get involved for a couple of minutes. 1 free kick, 1 good mark, 2 goals. Well done.
Split that one, but it's going to end up with Davis. Handball comes out. Lagana goes out wide. Good kick. Oh, that handball's missed the mark, so, but picked up by Lagana again. Another handball from Kennett. Kick smothered, and Goodwood with an opportunity again. This time, good punch from behind. Strong punch there by Sam Wonke. Goes out of bounds, centre wing on the far side. So, dying stages of the second quarter.
Yeah, Goodwood's pressure has been really good. Glenunga are generally a kick-first team. When they're facing goal, the coaching staff want them to kick it and get it in. They've handballed it extra 1 or 2 times today because of the Goodwood pressure.
So, this game certainly up for grabs after Goodwood's 4-goal blitz in this second quarter. Whitlock taps it on. No one's going anywhere out of that Bilby tackle.
These are critical moments, aren't they, Vince? You know, Goodwood have had a fantastic, efficient quarter inside 50, 6 goals to 5 or 7 goals to 4 with a late goal either way. Which way is it's going to go?
Harron's hat kick goes forward. Is that a good... not quite taken by Bayun. Lynch, quick handball to Pridham. That short kick is to a one-on-one. Could be dangerous. Heitman. Yeah, it's a high kick. Gee, get under that one. They do. Can't quite take it there. Johnson. Harron again being prominent once he finally got on the ground. That's a beautiful kick out in front, going at full pace. What a good kick that was, going in from captain. And again, Jack Matchett now looking for his 3rd.
Great kick by Harron then, wasn't it? It was to the fat side. So when you kick the ball to the fat side, generally the forward will be the first to react. Just a little nudge on his opponent to protect the drop zone. Relatively easy shot for goal coming up. And
coming straight off after that great kick. So, Matchett, they are ruthless, they are efficient, and they are clinical. Inside 50, and there's another goal.
We just spoke this late in this second quarter. It's a 2-goal ball game. If Goodwood kick the next, it's 1 goal, game on. But Glenunga are good enough to kick that late goal in the quarter with a great fat side kick by the captain there. yeah, Goodwood will be disappointed because they would love to have gone in 2 down, but there's still maybe time here with a centre bounce nearly 26 minutes into this second quarter. Big centre bounce here. Goodwood cannot give up another late goal, or can they get one going their way?
So the margin did get back to 13, now out to 19 again. 25 and a half minutes, can't be long to go. Heitman, he's handballed straight to Tully Kennett, so the ball's going to head to Bilby. He's tackled immediately by Lynch, but gets the ball out. So serious kick that goes in, looking there for Wiseman, can't quite take it. It's going to go again in the second effort. Tackled immediately by Holzbauer. Fantastic tackle, just grabbed the one arm, so no opportunity there. But again, Glenunga in a dangerous position.
Goodwood need to find an opponent, latch on goal side, cannot concede a late goal here. Just heard 2 minutes to go, so still time for a goal either way.
2 minutes to go. The kick's partially smothered. Bilby's handball, there's a shot. It's going to go, it could be taken a mark. It has been a mark taken, good mark.
It's great body work on the goal line there. Not sure who that is, but that was tremendous body work. Protected the drop zone and clunked it.
Does that match it again?
Might be. He's up today, hasn't he?
Wow.
Indeed him. He's been super dangerous at the top of the square.
That could be Jack Matchett looking for his fourth. Comes in and smacks it straight into the post. Unlucky, actually.
I reckon that nicked the post.
And as usual, you'll see that shot of the post wobbling in the aftermath. So Matt, minus score
there, Goodwood. Still a minute to go. Can they get the ball out of their defensive 50?
So 27 played.
It's taking a risky ball.
It's going for the risky ball.
But it's
Could work out. Now they're on here. They're out the back. It's Ellis. Ellis has got players everywhere. The mark's going to be taken. And they're going to go in and kick the easiest of goals. What a transition there. So hit the post at one end, goal kick down the other end straight away there by Jesse Johnson. And
that's a play, isn't it? So there's a kick out with a minute to go. Do you go conservative, not try to get a goal against you? Lou Whitlock took the risky ball, but it paid off, and Goodwood had players out the back, and it was the easiest of goals. So no shame in Goodwood that. You know, they're 8th on the ladder, they're down in this game. Why not take a risk? And they did, and it paid off. Great goal. Must be under a minute to go now, Vince. Centre bounce clearance, crucial here.
So it's 5-2 this quarter. Margin's back to 14. Well, the ruckman got a tap on that, but it's gone to Harron. He's going nowhere with that one. Up it goes again. Heitman gets it down. The kick comes forward there from Scara. Wonky's handball misses the mark. Pressure's on again. They're circling like sharks. Oh, gee, almost holding the ball there on Sam Smith.
There we go.
And there is the siren as the kick comes out towards centre wing. First one there would have been probably Tom Lynch. But what a great second quarter that was from the visitors, and this game is on. 14 points margin down from 32 at quarter time. So fantastic second quarter to the visitors. They kicked 5 goals to 2, so we've had 10 of the 12 goals kicked to the right of screen.
I don't think it's just the wind doing that, it's just how the game's played out. It feels quite still here, actually.
It does. It doesn't feel like there's a breath of wind here, but a fantastic second quarter comeback there from the visitors sees the margin reduced to 14 points. And we thought, you mentioned a lot during the first quarter, there was a lot of animation and on the sideline from Nathan Grimer. Well, the second quarter, that actually come to fruition. Scoreboard pressure from the visitors, and he's got a lot to think about. With 14 points the margin, score correct. Thank you, goal umpires. 14 points the margin it is. Here, 7-4, 46 to 5-2, 32 at half time. We're going to go to a short break, and when we come back, gee, this second half, I'm really looking forward to it. So siren to start the third quarter here.
Coming off Goodwood, one of their better quarters of the season, Vince. 5 goals from 9 entries, which is exactly what they needed to get back in this game, but Glenunga get the first inside 50 from the centre clearance.
So it is up inside forward 50. Ball serene tackled immediately. That ball's not coming out. And first opportunity here for a second stoppage in the
we do believe that the Glenunga coach was a little animated at half-time, so it'll be interesting to see the response from his players in this third quarter.
So held the Parsons. Well, it might have been a high fend-off, and that, well, not hard to have a high fend-off on little Charlie Pridham. He's got the ball. Centre half back just goes short. That's gone about 3 metres. Gets the handball back. Got Whitlock out wide. That's where the ball's heading. One hand up. Eagar manages to then take the ball and snap it back inside forward 50. Numbers again. Oh, he's just dropped it there. Looters. It's going to be under pressure. Pridham. Under pressure from Marshall. From Mitchell, sorry. And that might actually be last touch off the kick, is it? Hang on.
I think if they're ever uncertain, they should throw these in.
No, it's going to be it, and that's exactly the call.
Yeah, it's good umpiring. If there's no certainty around those last touches, you've got to ball the ball in, especially when it's a shot for goal.
So in it comes. Heitman from behind. It goes down to Bennett. The ball is touched off the boot, and we'll have a secondary ball up. This time only about 10 metres around from the Glenunga goal. And yeah, we saw Nathan Grimer come out very, very early from that halftime break. I think his players got an absolute pasting at halftime after that second quarter. Good tackle applied, and
rule of the week, I reckon.
Yeah, holding the ball.
Am I allowed to say that? There's been a lot. Not saying a lot of them haven't been there, but there have been a lot more trigger happy on the holding the balls this week.
And Schwartz, excellent second quarter by Schwartz. He's got the ball and looking for his first goal of the game. Been a consistent goal kicker this year for them. So a couple of minutes in here, Schwartz hangs it out to the right. Is it coming back? Not enough. Stays to the near side. So opening score of the third quarter is a minor score to the home side. The margin just moves out to 15.
What Nathan Grimer would have been asking for is he probably feels like his players have gone away from the game plan, kicking long and applying pressure to the opposition. Good, we've got some easy goals. So we've been looking for a bit more pressure, and they're rebounding back inside 50 again already, Vince. Despite a fumble.
Butters up after the handball, gets it out there. Might be, his kick goes. What's happened there? Umpire
out of bounds.
Has called it out of bounds. So no, he didn't quite get his kick in the field of play. So all the pressure applied here by the home side. The ball's been locked inside their forward half of the ground. He's opening 3 minutes. Up it goes. Heitman doing well in the ruck. Gets it down. Goodwood. Now the kick comes forth from Whitlock. Lunky with the fist. Davis pushed off it. Cleland gets the handball. Good one. Dykesman. Oh, he's caught. Ball ends up on the ground. Cleland gets it back, gets the call. Good call from Ellis. Now the kick goes towards the 50 as players there. Dykesman's run on. Good work. Spins around now. Goes in towards the hot spot. Oh, and his mark's intercepted and taken well there by Jordan Opperman.
And
25 metres after as well.
Yeah, they would love to have finished that play good, wouldn't they? They soaked up all that pressure from that first couple of minutes and going to go coast to coast.
Davis got it at half back here. It's going to go short. Finds Zach Smith. He gets the handball off. Mark Laney's been prominent early in this third quarter. Kick in towards the forward 50. Oh, everyone let that bounce. It's just gone through Lynch. Now the tackle is applied by Bilby. Lynch has got it now. Quick kick smothered. Wiseman gets it high, and is a mark taken? Well, what's the umpire calling there? Tackle's applied by Serene. There was an umpire's whistle with a play.
Mark and play on potentially.
Oh, is that kicked off the ground? It is! What a goal from the boundary.
Can we pick up who that was?
Just going to try. Goodwood. That was that cheat again.
Was it Mitchell? Darcy Mitchell?
Mitchell or just trying to work out turnaround?
It was Darcy Mitchell. It was
Darcy Mitchell, thank you. Off the ground from near the boundary line.
Even his teammates and opponents were,
and even him. That's amazing.
Flabbergasted that went through. That's a big goal because Goodwood looked like they were going to score on the rebound, didn't they? And they go back and they kick a freak goal. Keep that buffer.
So 5 minutes in and Mitchell's kicked a miracle goal. Opening goal the third quarter to the Rams. Up they go. Wonky gets the tap down. Handball, second attempt goes to Davis. Eventually the ball's now going to come towards half forward. So the race is on by and Serene. Serene gets it first, tackled, but over the boundary line.
It's a good matchup, those two, isn't it? Plenty of pace. Both have been good for their teams thus far in their game. Good matchup.
Stars, roll them up!
Ball's moved around the outer side to between wing and half forward. Margin's 21. So Mitchell in the ruck now. Whiteman takes front position, palms it down, Lynch. Oh, his handball's ended up with Boyle. Now it comes to Davis. Davis gets around one, goes on the right, spins it around. Oh, a couple of goes at it, couldn't quite take the mark. Kick out, smothered there, passes, having a shot for goal. Another kick around, is that Matchett again? Matchett's got 4.
Goodwood are claiming a touch. Goal umpire's a bit confused here, but I think it's all clear, Vince.
All clear. 4 for Matchett.
It's a big haul, isn't it? In Division 1, 2 and 3 goals from a forward can be crucial, but 4 goals in this match, and he hit the post from 5 metres out as well, didn't he, Vince? He could have 5. So that's a great snap over his shoulder. He's good in the air and good on the ground. Matchup, tricky matchup for Goodwood defenders. Glenunga have responded though, haven't they? They've been all over Goodwood so far, 5 inside 50s to 1, and putting a lot more pressure on the ball.
So whatever was said at half-time seems to have got a response from the home side. Not sure whether Nathan Grimer's happy yet, but he would be happier. So Pridham's handball smothered. Michael Annie again goes off the ground. Serene and Boyun again, and once again in a similar spot, it's ended up over the boundary line.
You can just see looking at the game, Vince, without knowing any stats, Glenunga hungry, pressure, putting pressure on Goodwood, and they got the ball, forcing a turnover there where it looked like Goodwood were away, which they weren't doing in the second quarter.
Up it goes. Heitman. Parsons. Around the body, looking for Mitchell. Oh, it almost had a mark, couldn't try. Got an excellent handball to Bilby. Bilby on the left, umpire doesn't move, they've got 3.
That's a fast start now, isn't it? 6 inside 50s, 3 goals. Yeah, they've responded here. They're fierce. They're on the ball, pressuring Goodwood whenever they get it, hurrying the ball inside 50. Not sure who that was, Vince, but that was a great little give on the up to Bilby running past. And you know, all forwards want to kick goals, but getting to those ground balls and giving handballs to runners inside 50 is just as crucial. So great start for Glenunga. Goodwood need a response via a centre bounce clearance very soon. So
Mitchell dropped the mark there, but butted up, got the quick handball onto Bilby running past, and he's got 3 now. And that's 3 for the quarter in the opening 7 minutes. Beautiful tap down there by Heitman to Heitman, that's right. Up it goes towards their forward 50. Cleland in front, but couldn't quite take the mark. Handball from Ellis, just missed his teammate. Umpires picked something out. It's going to be a Goodwood free kick. So now an opportunity for them to go forward. Oh, the kick, looking for Johnson's missed the mark. Now he's under pressure. Does get the handball to Whitlock. Little chip kick to Charlie Pridham. He's going to get hammered from behind by Harron. Harron butters up, but his handball goes straight to Gray. Gray goes high, up towards the forward line. There's a punch, there's a whistle, and there's a free kick. It's going to be to Goodwood.
Not sure what that was for.
May have been a hold in the marking contest to Cleland.
Cleland's been much stronger, hasn't he? And you draw free kicks when you're aggressive in your body work and you make the defenders do something they don't want to do. Didn't see a lot in it, but he'll certainly take it as a forward.
So Cleland directly in front. This is a goal desperately needed after There's just been a hurricane from the Rams at the start of this quarter, and he's gone straight through the middle, so they've answered one back from those first three.
Good play by the Saints. We said after that initial onslaught they needed the centre clearance. They got it. They got 2 repeat entries. Could argue a lucky free kick without having seen the replay, but much needed goal for Goodwood there to stem the flow.
And we've got some half-time scores from some of the other games as the ball is heading back. So Sacred Heart 12 points ahead of Prince Alfred at half-time. Now remembering, if Sacred Heart win that game and Glenunga win, Glenunga will go top of the ladder as of tonight. St Peter's 33 points ahead of Old Ignatians. Brighton 13 points ahead of Port District at half-time. And Tea Tree Gully 2 points ahead of Broadview at half-time also. So up it goes. Rana jumped early, couldn't get a hand on the ball. Davis then picks it up. And umpire, the non-officiating umpire, has actually picked out a free kick. And Glenunga will go forward again, although they won't go that far forward. The kick's smothered. Picked up by Egar. He was tackled. Michael Annie gets it. He's going to have to go and get his own handball. Can't quite pick it up on the second attempt. Now applying the tackle. Dykesman under pressure, but it does come forward to Ellis. Oh, he's fumbled. Goes back, butters in again. They've called a throw on the outer side, but umpire allows it to play on, and a ball will end up forward over the boundary line.
A lot of pressure in this third quarter, Vince. Both teams, Goodwood have responded in the last couple of minutes to Glenunga's fast start, but a lot more pressure on the ball carrier, a lot of little fumbles, which wasn't there in the second quarter.
Ball goes over the back. Running through there, Holzbauer couldn't quite take it. Ball on the ground in dispute. It's just popped out now, but now pack forming above it. Umpire circling. And it's holding the ball. So Goodwood, opportunity lost there. There you go. It goes towards the back. Can't quite take it. Serene now applies the tackle immediately on Nick Wunke. Spills over the boundary line. So centre wing out of side here. 12 minutes played. 3 goals to 1 this quarter. Very, very entertaining game. Glenunga holding sway with a 21-point lead. So 27-point lead.
Yeah, he was next, yeah. Go, Lee,
So Lynn's tackled, Lynch able to butter up. Handball comes out now to Skara. Skara on the left, good kick. Found the veteran in Tom Anderson. So Anderson right in front of us here. Spots something up. Good lead from Cleveland, can't quite take it. Butted up well by Ridgewell. He's tackled by 2 players from Glenunga.
Goodwood Saints forward Ridgewell. We haven't called him much today. He kicked 3 last week in a low-scoring affair in Goodwood's win, but yet to get involved so far today.
Up it goes. Wunke in front gets it. Prudham though. Oh, geez, going to get tackled. Set upon by Aaron and Kennett. The pressure's right up in this quarter. Third man up there, Skara. Punches it forward. Michael Laney does manage to get the ball out. Then it's pack forms once again.
Prince, watch him.
So just a little bit of a lull here. Pressure high in this third quarter. 3 goals to 1. Margin back out to 27.
Goodwood's energy still up there. They know the game's still on.
Again, a third man up by Jacob Heitman. Punches forward. Ellis sees it over the boundary line. So boundary throw in.
Nick Wunke, the Glenunga ruckman, not happy with his teammates allowing the third man up on him in the last couple of ball ups. Wants that one-on-one so he can use his body.
Skara, good tap behind. Couldn't quite get it though. And a good matchup that's been Bayonne and Serene. This time Bayonne wins. Bit of a wobbly kick, but there's plenty of on that. And it's just touched. Is it over the boundary line? No, it's not. Bilby goes around, snaps on the left as he found someone. Davis can't quite take it. He's going to go second attempt off the ground. Oh, not quite.
Good follow-up by the big fella. Thought he was going to swallow that mark, but he was onto the loose ball quickly. Dodged a bullet there, Goodwood.
Entertaining third quarters, 14 and a half minutes old. 3 goals to 1. Sees the margin out. Now to 28.
Does Whitlock look for the risky kick down the guts that got them a goal late in the second, or go a bit more conservative?
So he's decided to come out towards the broadcast side. He's looking for Cleland. Cleland goes up. Mark paid, good strong mark.
He's lifted Cleveland, hasn't he? It's
Yeah.
been much better since quarter time.
Handball out. Again on that trusty left. There's a bit of a push out there, and Johnson thought he had the free kick, but it's gone to Zach Smith.
It's been quiet, Ollie Johnson, hasn't he? He's a classy player. They need him to get involved in the game.
Just hold. Good match box 20.
Goes up towards half forward. Looking for Matchett, why wouldn't you? He's had a great game. It's off hands over the boundary line.
Young Jack Lewin at fullback for Goodwood. He's very good in the air. Needs to work his ground level play at times, but very strong in the air.
Mitchell, ball on the ground now. Anderson's got the handball out. Again, Whitlock on the left. Geez, Cleland has to beat 3 front and centre. Very well was Ridgewell, gets it over to Scara. Scara's kick couldn't quite take it, running onto it. Johnson can't keep it in. It's going to go through for a behind. But good transition there from the Saints.
It's a great play by Goodwood. Great hands at the stoppage. Great contest by Cleveland against 3, leaving Ridgewell in the front and centre. A lot of feeling in this game at the moment, Vince.
Kick comes out. Davis there, can't quite take it. Rana. Davis gets it on this attempt, gets the handball out. Snap around the body. Gilby and Lynch gets over the back. Handball from Prosser. Pridham's going to get his handball's missed him. So in from Alex Herron, the captain. Matchett's there with Luders. Luders wins that battle. Gets the kick out wide to Fairley. Goes with the handball. Bennett's. Cleland again. Good strong mark in the centre. Got a player in the middle. Pridham. Got to get it moving.
Should have rolled and gone then.
Yep,
Got to roll and go.
there's actually good play there from Sam Parsons. Managed to hold him up. Does find a target.
But now Glenunga have all their bigs behind the ball. They've gone short though.
Short kick.
Smart play.
Yep, into Gray. Gray goes long. And the mark's going to be taken, almost uncontested in the end by Jesse Johnson. So Johnson's going to get a shot on goal here, but they've steadied well, the Saints. And again, after a fast start from the Rams, they'll probably own the last 10 minutes.
Cleland's the one for mine that's changed this game, Vince. Goodwood were on top early in the game, but none of their tall forwards wanted any part of the action. But Cleland's been exceptional since quarter time, kicking 3 and taking marks up the field.
Nice. Hey, really good. Awesome, mate.
So Johnson, in he comes. Can he reduce the margin? No, umpire's turned. In fact, he's only just managed to scrape that in for a behind. So lost opportunity there. 18 minutes in.
Bit of confusion here. I think the Glenunga player thought it was on the full, but it was called a behind, so it should be a point kick out for Glenunga.
Will eventually be that. To Sam Wunke. So where's he going to go? Decides to come out.
Long kick.
Long kick towards the middle. That's right to the middle of the ground. Big pack forms. It's over the back. Can't quite take it, Luders. And I think Bilby's given away the free kick.
Last
Luders,
2 one-on-ones.
yeah.
Luders has done very, very well.
Paul Pridham's dropped it. Now they're under pressure. Goes back in. Tries to get it again. Now applying the tackle. Umpire will come in a little bit lucky there. The Saints
I don't understand
trying to take the
why
game on.
Jack Luders needs to give that handball. He's a good kick. Kick the ball. You're just handballing him.
Oh, Mitchell there gets it straight down to Bilby's quick kick forward.
They're the ones in football, aren't they? Luders had won the free kick. Ball should be in Goodwood Saints' forward half. Handball to a runner who's got pressure on him. Take responsibility, kick the ball. Those play-ons very rarely work in Division 1 football. Kick the ball. Now it's a Glenunga shot on goal. Real sort of 12-point turnaround this could be.
So In he comes Prosser, and it is. So well done to Harry Prosser. He kicks his first of the day.
Come on, boys, let's go!
It's easy in the commentary box, isn't it? There's lots of pressure out in the ground, but you see it a lot where tall players want to give the ball to runners going past, but inevitably, when you handball, that means the ball's live and pressure can come. When you have mark or free kick, you are not allowed to be tackled. You've got time and space to deliver to your teammates. So unnecessary extra handballs cost a goal, where Goodwood were up and about. Now the margin got back out to nearly 5 goals.
Well, in fact, it has just done that. It's actually 32, so equal game. It does.
Goodwood played really well. Glenunga just doing what they
Equal
need to
game, high margin as it was at quarter time. So since quarter time, the game has been level. Margin did get down to 14, now blown back out to 32. Secondary stoppage going nowhere. Be a third stoppage here in the middle, so into time on.
Let's get talking, Sainers!
Heitman gets it down. Tap ends up with Goodwood. His kick goes long, tall targets there. Cleveland almost being held, get the one arm up to eventually spoil.
Let's go, Louis, get the voice going! Rhino, plenty of chat!
Up it goes again. And that ball's going nowhere. Davis tackled. He'll get up, hand the ball back, and we'll go again. Opportunity maybe for a late goal here. In fact, Davis takes it out of the ruck there.
See, for mine, your opportunity is the ability to tap the ball then, isn't it? It used to be paid holding the ball, didn't it?
Just a bit of a lull here, not sure. Umpire will come in and ball it up.
If I'm Wade Davis, I'm not jumping third man up. I've said it already. He's just much more dangerous being on the ground.
Yeah, Alex Harron sort of bent over here. He's in a bit of strife. It's going to be coming off. He's been on and off quite a bit today, Alex Harron.
You're a fucking runner, not a player. Stop the game every time someone fucking... You can't pull the ground up on top of him if he's on the ground. You're a talkie, mate.
Bit of a Barney here. Harron was injured right where the ball was being balled up. Goodwood wanted the ball to be played on.
Ball pinging around. Does get outside 50. A little bit of feeling. You're right.
So there should be.
Kick goes forward. Matchett's got to beat 2. Can't do that. Oh, but the kick's going errant. And hang on, umpire's got something here. 25, and they call play on. It's ended up with Schwartz. Which way is he going to go? Gets around 1. It's going to go 1-on-1. Matchett can't take its ball from behind by Luders.
Been good the last 3 or 4 times in the 1-on-1s. Luders, hasn't he? Matchett would have his tail up with 4 goals, but Luders on the ground and in the air that time. It's been really good. Tough matchup, Luders. He's a young player playing on a guy that's kicked 4. He's doing okay.
Let's go, Saints. Get the voice going. Don't worry, chat.
You good, fuck.
So ball in. Glenunga pressing. Schwartz actually takes it out of the air there. And the ball's gone over the boundary line. We'll have a repeat ball in. 23 minutes gone. 32 points to margin. Home side comfortable, but probably not happy.
It's always crucial late in the quarter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Goodwood don't want to concede and they want to get one back. If they can get the margin under 30 points, they'll give themselves a little bit of a chance at 3/4 time kicking to the scoring end today.
Davis takes it out, gets the handball, kick around the body. Is that mark being taken? Is that Prosser there at full forward? It is.
So from here it was a bump ball, didn't it? But Goodwood not really remonstrating.
Yep.
Good mark, low down, crucial late goal coming
So
up.
Harry Prosser, their leading goal kicker, kicks his second of the quarter. And margin out to 38 points. See, that's a big blow to the Saints. 38 points, game high, 38 at the 24-minute mark of the third quarter.
The game feels closer than that, doesn't it, Vince? 38 is a convincing margin. I feel like Goodwood have been in the game all day, but bar that efficient second quarter they just haven't been able to put enough scoreboard pressure on Glenunga. Glenunga, only 1 goal this quarter with plenty of good entries. But they need to keep their energy up because they can score quickly. Big centre clearance. If they concede a late goal, Goodwood will be a bridge too far, so they need to be strong here and get the ball in their half.
12-5 to 6-4. 12-6, sorry, to 6-4. So, quick kick in towards the forward 50 again from Schwartz. Geez, he's been prominent this quarter, Schwartz, and in the second quarter. Pack form's about 25 out from goal.
Goes under the radar a bit, Schwartz, doesn't he? But he's been very good today.
Very good today. Very, very good second and third quarter for the home side. Tap down, just missed by Bayun. Pridham's handball. Ball goes out wide, and a good mark taken by Ollie Johnson. So Johnson looks like he wants to switch. Whitlock's the free man. Is it going to get there? Yes, it does. In front of Prosser. Holdau goes short. Ignored. Ellis ignored. And both of those ignored. And ball ends up with Michael Annie. Goes high. Bilby. Good out. Takes the mark in front of Lynch. Goes around on the left. Spotted a player all free by himself. Well, this is a dagger for the Saints.
It's a great play by Bilby though, isn't it? He is a super strong player. I've been most impressed with him. And wheeled around. He's got a beautiful left foot, fat side.
Yep, so
easy play for Glenunga on that occasion.
Bennett's got it. Going to look for his second goal of the game. And they've stuck fat this quarter after kicking the first 3 on the home side. Then they were challenged, but they've just come out and dominated from there. Umpire moves a little bit, won't move enough. Well, let's wait and see. We better make sure. Yes, 2 hands go out. And a game high margin now to 44 points.
Been a much better quarter from Glenunga, hasn't it, Vince? Yeah, they certainly have responded. Much more pressure, much more urgency in their game. Getting the ball inside 50. They've got enough class in their forward half if they do get it there. But just much more urgency around the packs with their tackling and their spoiling. A bit of an injury here to is it Bennett to come off with a bit of a shoulder. Hopefully he's okay. Dave's back on the field. But yeah, dominant quarter for Glenunga.
Okay, so Bennett not just coming off after he kicked the goal. Maybe something actually wrong as well, as a lot of players do these days after they kick the goal. So Mitchell moved into the ruck against Rana. Quick kick comes out, finds Tom Bayun. Goes inside 450. Free kick, yes, has been paid. Is it Wonky there? Yep.
Haven't seen a lot of Nick Wonky inside 50 as he predominantly plays most of the game in the ruck now, but he's resting forward and he's so good at protecting the drop zone, forces it all over the shoulder free kick, and he's generally quite a nice kick with 40 minutes out.
Well, they have certainly put the foot down, and they're actually, you're right, looking for 7 in the quarter.
It's been efficient. It's only been 12 inside 50s as well, so really good quarter for
again,
Glenunga.
Quite clinical.
Yeah, if it's close to goal.
So Wonky, yeah, that is 7 for the quarter. So well done here to the Rams. They have just come out with this third quarter blitz and they've doubled their tally from 7 to 14. 28 minutes into this third quarter and the margin is suddenly out to 50 points.
Yeah, amazing. Only 5 minutes ago we were saying how Goodwood was still in the game and their energy was up, but Glenunga have started this quarter on fire. Bit of a lull through the middle and finished on fire, just absolutely clinical. I like the use of Nick Wonky inside 50. He's a really good player, great protection of the drop zone, dangerous in the ruck and dangerous inside 50. Goodwood just need a settler here and a centre clearance, get the ball in their half.
So after 2.5 quarters, the game was pretty well on and they've kicked 4 goals in the last 7 minutes. Pridham's kick on the left. Out looking for Anderson. Pridham again, follows up well. In front of Ridgewell on the left again. Is that ball going to stay in play? Well played by Michael Annie. Gets around one and gets it back up towards the wing. One arm from Lagana, can't quite take it. Bayun ends up with it, gets the handball out. Schwartz again, brought his own football in this quarter. captain Harron gets it forward. It was a one-on-one there, Lynch and Davis. Davis not happy, thought he might have been in for an opportunity there.
Davis fancied that late ball coming in. He's had a quiet day. That's probably why he's a little bit frustrated, but that's good. It's a good sign for his team.
And so a late quarter blitz there from the home side has seen the margin blow out to over 8 goals. 50 points it is, 90-40 at three-quarter time. So with a quarter to go here, we'll go to a short break and we'll be back shortly to see how this one finishes up your game today for Dartfish and Sports Interactive, and broadcast brought to you by Buddy Bet.
Feel like a 50-point game.
Yeah, if you want to play before like deep.
So final quarter here at Glenunga has seen a late third quarter blitz from the home side with 4 goals in 7 minutes, and this margin blew out to 50 points. What's happening around the grounds, Adam?
Yeah, I'm calling it potential upset, but Sacred Heart 14 points up at 3/4 time at Prince Albert, which is for Glenunga good news, because big difference finishing top and second in this competition. Getting a week off, freshening up and getting home finals through the finals is pretty critical, isn't it? But there's still a long way to go in this season, but we'll certainly be monitoring that. And a couple of other close games. The sun's out, plenty of goals being scored today, Vince, which is good to see. It's been a long winter.
One key to Davis, to Bilby. Gee, we're going to call that as a top 3. Schwartz, one hand up, couldn't quite take it. Good tackle applied there by Lincoln Bennett. The ball inside Glenunga forward 50, but how about that centre bounce clearance? One key to Davis, to Bilby. Heitman gets it down. Bennett again in there.
That centre bounce. It doesn't happen too often in a game, really. You practice it, doesn't come off, but that was clinical ruck work on that occasion.
Heitman slaps it, was looking for Pridham, didn't quite get there. Quick kick by Wiseman. Whitlock couldn't quite take it. Under pressure here early, the Saints' defence. Hold up for now. The umpire will come in for another stoppage. Whiteman's certainly been the best front. Is that Schwartz on the right? It is. He's got a goal. Early goal. Minute in.
It's been good today, Schwartz.
Hasn't he?
I think he goes. I think he gets recognition inside the club, but from the outside looking in, everyone talks about Harron and Bilby and Davis around the ball, and I think Schwartz gets off the leash from the opposition a little bit. Winning clearances with good football. And a nice snap there from the pocket. It's a shame actually for this game. I feel like Goodwood have played very well for a lot of the game, but it's a 56-point margin, which feels a little bit unfair to the efforts Goodwood have put in. But that's football sometimes, and Glenunga have kept playing. And I feel like potentially, Vince, we're going to have a little bit of junk time in this last quarter now.
And maybe even a bit of a blowout. And you're right. And we talked about this not long ago with tackle there on Heitman was good. Heads up with Goodwin. Gets it out to Ellis. Ellis' kick does going towards forward 50. Ball's been given straight to Dykesman. Dykesman's kicked those. Just missed, gone to the near side. Just a minor score. We talked about this last time that we were here. Similar game between Glenunga and Teacher Gully. Teacher Gully were really good for the first half and then just fell away. A little bit of that's happened again today. You've got to play 4 really good quarters here or against Glenunga really anywhere.
Remembering this is 2nd v 8th, so it's probably not a huge surprise, is it?
Bilby takes that, but then falls heavily.
He's hurt his back. Come off.
Go! The old tailbone's in trouble there, I think, Vince. There's a heavy fall by Bilby. He's a tough nut, but...
On ball. Paralysed.
He's lower back, just grabbing at that. Heitman's kick, though. He's going to go out of bounds. It'll be last touch. And will be taken by Zach Smith.
Was that Slammy on it?
Yeah.
There's a little bit of strife here in front of us here, Tom Bilby.
The same one.
Come on.
Not get put on ice for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I don't think they'll take a risk with him with a 56-point margin.
Far too important. The 2-17s, and Mitchell wins.
Don't want to be too harsh, Vince, but Rana has to make a contest. That's a high ball on top of their heads. Too easy on that occasion.
Does well though, Rana. There. Butters up.
So close to him.
Now gets the handball off. Mason Ellis. Charlie Pridham goes short. Kicks it straight to Abe Davis. So be a bit disappointed there, Charlie Pridham. Had Ollie Johnson in the vicinity. Just missed with the kick. Davis in the way. Goes long. Good strong mark. Taken in front.
Is that Jack Matchett?
I believe it is.
That was a good mark. Jack Luders will be disappointed that he didn't get a spoil on that ball because that ball went very high. Lacking a little bit of spirit now potentially, Goodwood, because their energy was really good early in that game. Young Luders will be disappointed he didn't spoil that ball, but yeah, he's a strong mark, Matchett, isn't he? He's been very impressive today.
And if he kicks this, he's got a handful. And umpire, which way's it gone? 1 or 2? We've got 2 hands. So that's a handful for Jack Matchett. And into the side this week, 5 goals. It's going to be hard to see him miss out. And he's certainly in contention for this lovely pair of Archies and the Dartfish beanie in today's game.
Davis has been sharing the beanies out this year because he's had a few, but he's had a quiet day, Davis, which is a good sign, like I said, for Glenunga. They don't need him dominating to play good football. Good mark there. Goodwood have swung a bit of a change. Luda's going into the forward line, a new matchup for Matchett, who's kicked 5, looking at a couple more, hopefully, for him before the game's out.
Yeah, so Jesse Johnson has gone into the back line. Davis applying the tackle. It's not coming out of there. Umpire will come in. So we're 5 minutes in here in the last quarter. He's copped a bit of a battering today, Harron.
Yeah, he has,
the ball up. Yeah, been on and off the ground a bit. Punch forward from Rana. It's going to be taken by Egar though. Now there's a high kick under it. Couldn't quite get there, Wiseman. Pridham. Maybe tackled after he got rid of it. Wiseman again. Handball there to Sam Smith. Now the kick comes up towards centre wing. Oh, excellent pack mark taken there by Serene. Does well. Good kick into the middle. Scara. He's going to go out towards the outer side.
They need to wheel and go if they can, just so Glenunga don't get the opportunity to set up their wall behind.
Lynch goes up. Cleland goes up high, can't quite take it.
Good attack on the football though by Cleland.
Wonky's chip kick does well, finds Prosser. Now he's off. Ball inside forward 50. Matchett. Oh, gee, wow, he's got it again.
Done it the contested way, hasn't he? He hasn't had easy ball or Joe the Gooses. He's taken one-on-one contested marks inside 50 today. Matchett been most impressive. Real surprise packet for Glenunga today.
Just another option. We talked about how many players they've got that have been able to kick bags of goals. Matchett's wait, umpire looks like he could have 6. He does. So 6 minutes in and he's got 6.
Big bag in Division 1, 6 goals. Like I said, he sort of snuck under the radar of everybody. He's not the big name in the Glenunga team, but really impressed with what he's done. Like I said, sometimes you can have a day out and the ball just bobbles your way, or you get an easy free kick, or you get a Joe. So he's taking contested marks, one-on-one, 50-50 balls, protected the drop zone, clunked them. Impressive. Looking for a beanie, I reckon, Vince.
Well, with 6 goals into the side this week, it's going to be a hard argument not to do that. So good tap down there to Ellis by Rana. Gets the ball inside, forward 50. Dykman's handball, smothered. Dylan picks it up off the ground, but tackled immediately. And umpire come in, ball it up. Mitchell over the top. There, gets the ball to Schwartz, being very prominent. Prosser has to end up now chasing. Quick kick from Scara. That ball ends up handballed over the boundary line, so it will be a relieving free kick for Serene. Umpire's conferring. No, they have.
Probably been Goodwood's best player almost, Serene. Yeah. I reckon he's been quite impressive. Wins the contest. He's not just an outside player, his contested work's been pretty good as well.
Yeah, his match-up with Boylan's been a real highlight today. It's been good to see them both go at it. Goes wide. Can't take the mark. There's Sam Smith. Ball ends up over the boundary line.
He's looking for Rana on that occasion. I don't think we've called the big fella for any marks today, Rana. Last time we called together, Vince, he had a really good game at Port District's, Rana, didn't he? But pretty much unsighted today.
So the 2-17s, that ball falls short. Davis takes it, might get it. Yeah, going to throw it in again. And just as Harron was about to take off, so the 17s will go at it again. Mitchell takes front spot, palms it down. Aaron couldn't quite take it. Kick comes around the corner. It's going to be kept in by Lagana. Now he gets his short kick up, looking for Bayun. Sport from behind. Good pick up there by Kennett. Might have been tackled high. Umpire will come in and ball it up.
Dreaded junk time, Vince.
We are 8 minutes in. Yeah.
When you're winning in Glenunga, you want to keep playing and you want to keep your good habits, but you don't want late injuries as well. We haven't seen Bilby come back onto the ground after that heavy fall. Yeah. I doubt he's probably got the ice on as we speak.
So just in the hole there, Sam Smith. So 9 minutes in. A bit of pressure there, Zach Smith. Not really the best handball to Sam Smith, and now Goodwood almost with an opportunity there by Ridgewell, but he was tackled. But it's in a dangerous spot here for the Saints. Cleland's palm down, now applying the tackle.
Won't hopefully cost them here, but that Glenunga played before. They're a kick first team. They don't over handball and overuse the football, and that's the reason why.
Up it goes again. So repeat stoppages inside forward 50. Comes out. Serene took a while, just got a handball out as he was tackled. And umpires paid a holding the ball. Rana's got it.
Oh, and that's a risky ball.
Risky ball might pay off, does. Holsbauer spotted up a good lead. Oh, the kick's gone over the top of Jacob Ridgewell. Comes out wide. That kick's gone over the top of Sam Parsons. So Rana now looking for Cleland. He's going to be about 4 deep. And the man in front is Darcy Mitchell. Takes a good strong mark.
Goodwood peppering away here, but again can't find an avenue to goal. Bar that efficient second quarter, they've really struggled to find some avenues to goal. A lot of their small forwards haven't been able to get involved today.
He goes across the goal face to Sam Wunke. So Wunke's really hemmed in here in the back pocket. Probably hasn't got much choice but to go long, which he does. It's a half back. Wiseman's arms up, can't quite take it. Off hands over the boundary line.
Bit of the sting out of it now, Vince. Bit of the sting out of this game. It's a shame, it was a hot contest early, wasn't it? Really for 2.5 quarters until that late surge. Goodwood peppering away again. Johnson
can't find Cleland. He might be able to get it on the second attempt here. Off the ground, Wunke. Smith can't quite grab it. Wunke's got it again. Kick out wide. Good kick.
Goodwood have had the last 6 inside 50s but haven't been able to find a goal. No reward for effort again.
So Parsons now goes short. Oh, was that drop there? Might have been by Desir. Kick comes in half forward. That's overcooked. Again, Smith. Schwartz. All by hands. Now inside 50 at the back. It's going to be marked. It is by Lincoln Bennett over the top. That was a really well weighted kick. In there from Mitchell. Goes around around the body. It's just gone wide.
Not sure again the Glenunga coaching staff will be happy though with that. They are a kick first team. A little bit of Lairising there potentially. Dodged a bullet, Goodwood.
So looking for Johnson. Big punch from behind by Wiseman. Holsbauer gets around one. Kick's going to end up right in front of us here. And mark taken by Heitman. Straight to Ridgewell. Pridham. Kick partially smothered on the left. Schwartz is going to be the first one there. Picks it up. Just over hit Desira there. And Scara's kick goes out wide. Is good. Ellis.
Acrobatic mark by Mason Ellis there. Love it.
So Ryan Gray. All short kicks. It's been good. Good build up to Anderson.
This is the critical one here. One of their tall forwards needs to impose.
Looking for Dykesman. Has he got it? He has. So well done there by the Saints. So good build up there. 3 or 4 short kicks in a row. 2 players on the lead ends up with Dykesman. It's going to be a tough shot from where he is.
He's capable of kicking these Dykesman. He's a clever player. He's been quiet today though, hasn't he? He's a classy player, sometimes inside 50. They've been a little bit quiet in this match.
14 minutes in here in the last quarter, he's going to snap around the body. Umpire calls play on, snaps around. Umpire has gone a bit too far, so he's missed to the near side. They're second behind of the quarter. 2 goals so far in this last quarter kick by the home side. Margin out to 67. Sorry, 3 goals so kicked in the last quarter. Apologies there. Long kick, down the guts. One kick, off hands. Couldn't quite tackle. Oh, no, that's... yeah. Did you mention he's aggressive?
As I say, it was a bit of jump time.
A little bit of push and shove.
That's woken everybody up.
Just for a little while.
Didn't think there was too much in it. It was a little bit of a coat hanger, but he went in low. I don't think he was intending for that to happen. Nothing wrong with Goodwood remonstrating though. They've got to keep their intensity up in this jump time.
So Ollie Johnson goes out wide. Yeah, the kick going in towards forward 50, looking for Rana. Off hands, out of bounds. Winding down here, it's going to end up being a big win here to Glenunga. Didn't look that way for a long period in this game.
Half time it was still up for grabs, wasn't it, Vince?
Yeah, it's only 14 points of margin at half time.
That's what good teams do though, they win it in the third.
And from there, it would have just gone bang. Lynch has got it. Handball, Holzbauer's all out by himself here. Give him the ball, man. He does. Right. So Holzbauer, nice weighted kick. Just didn't quite find the mark though. Ends up going over the boundary.
Watching the game live here though, you can see, Vince, there's not a lot of gap in Division 1. Glenunga are second, Goodwood are 8th. Goodwood were with them for a lot of this game. They just need to tidy up or find some players inside 50 and they can jump back up the ladder very quickly.
The ball's ended up with Clearland. Oh, he's inside and he's kicked it to Davis. That's the second time that's happened in the last few minutes. Last time, Charlie Pridham's kick didn't quite make the mark. Davis intercepted, he gets it out wide to Parsons, so he'll go out a little bit wider. Zach Smith out there. Kick goes up towards the forward 50, it's going to be intercepted. And the kick goes across goal, it's okay. Johnson. He's looking for Pridham. It's going to be Wiseman in front though. Couldn't quite take the mark. But it's butted up really well. And good kick into Dykesman. Gets the handle off to Goodwin. His kick short. Heitman. Holzbauer's run down well. Spotted someone up, but good mark taken in front of Serene there. He was the target. But geez, this guy's played a great game today in the back line, Michael Annie. He's really impressed with his game.
Strength, isn't it, Vince? Their strength in the air. They're a big body team, but if you think about the contested marks, if we had a contested mark, that would be well and truly in Glenunga's favour. Bar Cleland, none of the Goodwood players have been able to take one.
Ball comes off hands. There's hack forward. Oh, there's no one ahead of this ball. First one there. Lynch gets a shocking bounce. Mitchell taps it forward, but he's got no support. Holzbauer, lovely pick up on the bounce. Gets it to Heitman. Heitman to Fairley. To Serene. And Serene. Well, I think that was actually, yeah, it might have been Fairley's free kick, but it was paid down the ground from his handball, so Serene's got it. 18 minutes in, short to Pridham. It's been busy. Liked his game today, Charlie Pridham. Got plenty of the ball. Ridgewell, maybe tackled a bit high as he tried to grab that by Davis, but not paid. Harron's handball. The kick comes in forward. Just love this guy's game. Match it. Goes long. Whitlock could be the first one. There he is. Schwartz appealing for a free kick off the ball. Might have got checked, not paid. Scara's got it on the outer wing.
End to end now, Vince. No pressure in this game. Both teams able to go from D50 to forward 50 pretty easily now.
Pridham goes short.
First mark for the game.
Yep. It's
Very quiet.
Goes high, looking for Heitman. He's going to get there. Yes, good. Quick handball out to Fairley. Kick to the hot spot. Good punch from behind. Holzbauer. And, caught high. In fact, if that tackle was legal, he would have got caught, ended up holding the ball. But the tackle slipped up just a little bit too high, and he'll end up with a opportunity to kick his first goal of the game.
He's had a good last quarter, Holzbauer. After a relatively quiet game, but very busy in this last quarter, coming back from he missed 10 or 12 weeks with a knee injury.
So looking for their first. Umpire hasn't moved enough. That will be a goal. So well done to the Saints. It's their 7th. And their first in the last quarter, so they've been still pushing hard in this last quarter despite the blitz late in the third term. And Holzbauer gets his first.
Benny Holzbauer's a player. I'll be looking to maybe play as a small forward later on in this season. He's got some pace. He can lock the ball in with some pressure, and he can sneak a goal. So maybe a move that we could look for as they look to increase their efficiency is Holzbauer playing as a small forward, which he is at the moment. Well earned goal.
So 10 goals the margin here. Cleland into the ruck, gets it beautiful, palm down. A quick kick around the body though. It's going to fall a little bit short. And Michael Annie, he's got a great game he's played today in the back line. Comes towards the near side. Davis getting held, not paid. Whitelock comes in front. And Whitelock's on the left, goes out towards Holzbauer again. So Ben Holzbauer. So wants to go down the line to a one-on-one. Good punch from behind, well read by Ida. Kicks across to Parsons. Parsons will go a little bit further wide to Wunke. So entering time on here in the last quarter. Another kick to Wunke, from Wunke. So this is Nick. He decides to go back to Sam.
Good time to get the stats up in the Vince.
So he goes to Smith. So Sam to Sam. So Smith's got it. He's going short. Michael Annie. Ball still after all that inside their defensive 50. He goes off on a run and now it's well outside. Up towards the wing. Offhands match it was there again. To the back, Boyun applying the pressure. Whitlock gets the handball out. Scara's handball. Pridham rushed on the left but gets the kick forward to Heitman. Rolls around. High kick inside forward 50. Big punch from behind by Wunke. Harron's got it. Looks to handball. Goes at the second attempt. Davis. Oh, good handball. In through to Wiseman. Wiseman runs in towards forward 50. He's going to go long. The kick's going to just be the far side though. And through for a minor score. So a good passage of play there by the Rams. Oh, kicks come in. Cleland's all alone. Mitchell just a little bit off there. So a long way from goal, Jade Cleland. Goes short. Gray. Comes out towards the wing. Ball spoiled right onto our table here.
Good hands by the co-commentator there, Vince.
That's right.
Almost right asleep this last quarter with all the junk time, but I'm on.
They go, the two players almost doing the tango there. But ball comes out too serene. Kick comes in, it's going to be knocked short. And Zach Smith's got it. So he decides to settle things down. Can't be long to go here. 10-goal margin. And will be a good strong win to Free kick. I think Opperman thought he might have got a free kick. Pridham's tackled by Bayun. Manages to get the handball away. Kennett looking for the 1-2. Gets it on the bounce. Whitlock tackles him. It's not coming out. And we'll have a ball up. I think we just might have found out that Brighton might have just beaten Port District, which is a little bit of an upset. So big win to Brighton. Oh, Bayun's got it. Snaps around the body. It's going to make the distance. Couldn't quite take the mark there. Match it. Butters up. Gets the handball. Could go off the ground here. Bennett tries to. Misses. Whitlock applying the tackle. Tom Lynch there as well.
And Sacred Heart are 5 goals up in the last quarter as well, so Glenunga will go top of the ladder after today's win.
So Glenunga will go top tonight.
And that is game over at Park 9.
And Sacred Heart have beaten... Oh, Davis took it out. It's going to end up over the boundary line for a minor score. So
they're the real deal, Sacred Heart, aren't they? That's a huge win.
So Sacred Heart have beaten Prince Alfred, and Glenunga winning here will go top of ladder tonight. Port District's getting beaten by Brighton. Big win by Brighton. Sam Smith's kick goes to Bayun. He's about to have a shot on goal. A siren sound. So good win. 63 points is the eventual margin here. So well done to Glenunga. They're top of the table tonight. And they'll be looking to maintain their position there. So fantastic win, 10 goals in the end. I tell you, whatever was said when it was 14 points at half time by Nathan Grimer certainly worked. Outscored their opposition by 49 points in the second half, led by a magnificent 6 goal performance from Jack Matchett, who was brought in this week. And I think that's exactly where Adam is heading, to Jack Matchett for his 6 goal performance. Bilby with 3 also, Bennett with 2, Prosser with 2, singles to Abe Davis, Darcy Mitchell, that'll be Nick Wunke, and a very good performance by Bo Schwartz today, topped off by 1 goal as well for Goodwood. Goals there, 3 to Cleland in an excellent performance, and the rest were singles to Mason Ellis, Anderson, Johnson, that was Jesse Johnson, and of course the last goal they kicked was from their captain Ben Holzbauer. So excellent win, 63 points here to the home side, sees them go top of the ladder tonight. The Saints, well, they have to get themselves up for a couple of winnable games against the bottom 2 sides in the next 2 weeks to potentially keep their finals position available. But well done to the home side here, Glenunga Rams, and on behalf of Sports Interactive and Dartfish, our buddy bet game today, thanks to Adam, my co-commentator, and to our magnificent producer and cameraman Jamie, who's done a fantastic job. On behalf of myself, we wish you all the best for the rest of the weekend and look forward to bringing you another game next week.